stairs. I think he's going to be able to do this. Okay, they're both dead. The walls are coming down, and we're going to try to do a trick to jump off of this ledge as a stepping stone up onto these. Yes, perfect. That skipped having to wait for some stairs to raise. They are so slow. You save like 11 seconds or something if you get that jump.
It's at least 20, 25, even. The stairs of shame.
Preservation. This lets Doom Guy be sort of running into a wall while keeping his speed. And once you have that speed, you get lined up with a visual cue, and you use the knockback from a rocket to push us out of bounds. Let's see. Great. There it is. Unfortunately, there's no way back in bounds, but thankfully we can activate the end of level switch by lining ourselves up with it exactly. Absolutely super precise. He's mashing the use button. There it is. Okay.
Getting credit again. Poor Danny. Danny Babinga.
Sorry, Danny. Sorry.
Danny Babinga's another very big influential figure for people who make hard stuff. And him and Rubik's work together on another very well-known project in the community called Sunlust. But the joke here is that he often doesn't get as much credit as Rubik's, despite them doing equal amounts of work on the one. This was, I think this was actually the first encounter that I built for this map. This was the first part of the map that had actual gameplay. And I built this, and then I just tested it over and over and over again to make sure all the timings were correct, and to make sure that, well, that it was actually possible. Because I believe it was much harder when I first sort of started it, and then I had to, as I quite often do, I had to sort of rein it in a little bit.
To activate these imps, because that lowers the teleporter here.
Also, my favorite key grab in the game is coming up right here.
Yes.
We're going to line up backwards right here, and we're going to grab the key with our butt. So I like to call this one booty grab.
Nice. Doom Guy got the booty.
Doom Guy got the booty. That's all 6. We're good there.
Nice. Yeah, this room is
scary. I'm going to move in a very specific way. This is a very scary room.
Yeah, there's 4 Hell Knights. 3 or 4. And there's also specters that block your path if you try to run past, and you're just going to get caught by the Hell Knight fireballs. And usually eat a lot of damage in the process.
Okay, so now we're going to get the second demon artifact right over here. Some time back, like a few years back, and found something. He found a level trigger that was actually out of bounds. By the way, I lied. Here's the plasma gun. You get to see the plasma gun a little bit. So we're actually going to get out of bounds to access this exit trigger. And it's a little complicated because we have to get onto these ledges and move in very specific ways to get to a part of the wall that actually doesn't have any collision. So we're just going to take this a little safer here because Lost Souls are in the way. I do have cheats on just to give myself health and armor and invincibility, and that you can do this trick without them. Doesn't really matter. So this is a very specific setup right here to make sure that we can hit this ledge. I might not be in the right spot. Well, the Lost Soul came and bumped me out of the way. That's pretty typical.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully this looks all right. We're gonna line up against a part of the mountain. No, I might be a little too far forward, so we're gonna set that up again.
Yeah, it's an extremely tight jump.
Yeah, you have to have like the very exact forward movement tap here when setting this up. All right, there we go. So now we're behind the castle, so you can see there's not really anything about here. It's a nice, pretty mountain texture. Doom Guy likes to count bricks right here. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna look at that. And what if I made these mountains do something different? So I did.
What?
So we actually managed to just barely tap that exit trigger that's out of bounds and end the level that way. But due to the way the scripts work in this level, that exit trigger doesn't have a next level attached to it, as you can see right here. So in the console version of the game, that actually sends you straight to the exit credits, and it's really funny to see the Mother of Demons is all dead when you finish the level, the game at halfway. But on this version of the game for the 2020 re-release, it does something even funnier. We broke hell so hard, it kicks us back to the main menu. It's just like, no. No thanks.
That's pretty good.
It's great. So we actually do have a category for that. We call it the warped category, where you just play up to the first half of the game, take the secret exit into the layer, and finish the game that way. So it's a very amusing category.